Archangel Haniel is one of the chief angels that are in charge of the order of principalities. He leads the principalities together with angels Saviel and Amiel. According to Judaism, Haniel belongs to the hierarchy of the Elohim, and his ruling planet is Venus. Haniel is also closely associated with Enoch, and it is mentioned that he is the one who escorted Enoch to the spiritual realm. Haniel is known by various names, including Anael, Aniel, Oniel, Hamael, and Hanael. So how is Archangel Haniel depicted? We all know about Archangel Michael. He is the mighty warrior who represents the protective power of the Lord. Generally, Michael is usually depicted as a powerful masculine figure holding a sword. Of course, archangels can take any gender, but when it comes to Haniel, he is one of the few archangels that we see represented as a feminine figure. This is only logical since she is the angel of joy. I mean, the human feminine species rightly assumes the role of joy bringers, while the male species usually assumes the role of protectors. As the angel of joy, Haniel can instantly change your mood from one of hopeless despair to great joy. The name Haniel means glory of God or the grace of God. In ancient Babylon, the astronomers, who were knowledgeable priests trained in mathematics and ancient sciences, worked with astrology, astronomy, moon energy, and various deities for their divination and spiritual healing work. One of the archangels with whom they worked with was Haniel. This archangel is the one that is associated with the planet Venus. Some Kabbalistic texts credit Haniel as escorting Enoch to the spirit world. If you've watched other videos in our channel, you already know that Enoch was one of the only two humans to ever be transformed into archangels. Enoch was transformed into the archangel Metatron. The other person that was transformed into an archangel was Prophet Elijah, who assumed the role of Archangel Sandalphon. We'll go into the details of Haniel's relationship with Enoch further into the video. But first, let's see how Haniel connects with us and his role in our lives. Haniel helps us to recover the lost secrets of natural healing remedies, especially those that involve the harnessing of the moon's energy in potions, powders, and crystals. The archangel also helps us to enjoy more grace in our lives. To add beauty, harmony, and the company of wonderful friends to your life, you should call upon Archangel Haniel. The archangel will help you to stay balanced and centered before and during any important event, such as a speech, performance, a first date, or a job interview. Archangel Haniel has a moon goddess energy. It's etheric, quiet, patient, and mystical. Her wisdom comes from many eons of experience in working with humans. The archangel says, "Yes, impatient with humanity because I can see all the good they've created. For every moment of intolerance, there are hundreds of deep kindness to overshadow the darkness. The light of humanity shines brighter today than ever. if you could see humanity from my point of view, you'll know why I have such deep regard and love for you all. I'm happy to help in whatever causes advances humanity above the din of clashing egos and elevates you to the level from which you have come. That is, God's grace and eternal beauty. Now let's go back to the story of Archangel Haniel and Enoch. The Bible has a brief but intriguing verse that mentions how one human being in history didn't die. That human being was Enoch. In Genesis chapter 5 verse 24, we read, Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more, because God took him away. The book of Enoch is an apocryphal text that is revered by the Jewish and Roman Catholics. In the book, we learn that God sent Archangel Haniel to pick up Enoch in a fiery chariot. The archangel took Enoch and escorted him through the flames into another dimension to reach the heavens. In the book of 3 Enoch, we find the story of Archangel Metatron. Now Metatron is the prophet who was originally Enoch before he became an angel in heaven. In the book, Metatron, or Enoch for this matter, is reflecting on what happened when Archangel Haniel came to take him from earth to the heavens. And then the story gets interesting. We find that when Enoch arrives in heaven, the angels detect that there is some foreigner amongst them. You see, Enoch went to heaven when he was a living human being. The angels smelled him by his scent. Then they became upset about him being there among them, as no human had ever entered heaven while still being alive. In the hullabaloo that followed, God had to intervene and explain to the angels why he chose Enoch to come to heaven without him having to die first. Basically, God comes, tells the angels that he was very happy with Enoch because Enoch was a righteous man, so he decided to bring him to heaven in form of human. The whole interesting story is recorded in the 3rd book of Enoch from chapter 6, verse 1 to 18. Now back to Haniel. As an angel, Haniel's role is to allow people into various heavenly places. I guess this explains why God chose her to take Enoch from earth to heaven. We also learn that the angel not only takes people to heaven, but also holds the keys to the palaces of the heavens. Some scholars also say that Haniel was among the archangels who gave Enoch a spectacular display of angelic power and unity during his heavenly tour. In the book, The Angel Bible, the definitive guide to angel wisdom, the author Hazel Raven writes, Enoch saw the 7 angels before the throne of God as alike. They were all equal in height, had brilliant faces and identical robes. They were 7, yet one, the unity of angels. They controlled and harmonized everything in God's creation. They controlled the movement of the stars, the seasons, and the waters of the earth, as well as plant and animal life. The archangels also kept the record of all incarnations of every human being. How can we connect with Archangel Haniel? Archangel Haniel acts as a direct conduit between our lower human energy and the higher energy states of the celestial realms. She is associated with the moon and the planet Venus, and in Kabbalah is one of the 10 Sephiroth archangels. In the system of the chakras, Haniel is associated with the throat chakra. One of the functions of Haniel is to help heal women during their monthly cycles. Her high energy vibration can also help open your intuition and assist you with achieving clairvoyance. While usually depicted as feminine, Archangel Haniel is still a strong protector of our souls. As a protector of souls, she provides us with the virtue and spiritual determination to fulfill our higher purpose. The Archangel is often depicted wearing a turquoise robe with large and impressive silver wings. By raising our energy to match hers, we can shed our delusions and reach spiritual enlightenment. Archangel Haniel has a soft light around her, which she uses to recenter and ground your soul when needed. She communicates through your feelings and can assist you in awakening your intuition. Your intuition is where the true answers live. The Archangel will show up when you need to be urged to withdraw from the noise of your daily life. Her energy is delicate and gentle. When she moves into your room or area, it is often so subtle that you might not notice it. If you are in tune to feelings and sensations of everything around you, then you will likely sense her presence. Archangel Haniel works with artists and creative people, opening up their sixth sense in order to assist them in producing exceptional work. She can turn the cruelest hurt into something beautiful and loving. She tends to show up around those who are experiencing accelerated spiritual growth or who are super vulnerable in some way. Let's see how Archangel Haniel relates with the phases of the moon. So we know that Archangel Haniel is related to the moon in some way and also the planet Venus. The Archangel is intimately connected with the moon, and therefore it's a good idea to coordinate our requests with the cycles of the moon as they are occurring. The new moon is the perfect time to invoke Haniel for help with manifesting our intentions in the world. The waxing moon, just before the moon goes full, is the perfect time to ask for help with healing. At this time, you can invoke Archangel Haniel and use healing oils and crystals to their greatest advantage. During the full moon, it is a time of release. You can use this time to let go of anything that is holding you back or that you are finished with. Finally, during the waning moon is the perfect time to reflect on the cycles of the moon and how your personal feelings relate to the moon's cycles. As the Archangel of divine communication and clear perception, Haniel has the divine authority to assist us in reaching our fullest potential and fulfilling our soul's purpose. By helping us connect with God, Archangel Haniel invokes our inner capacities to trust, love, and honor for the Creator, providing us with limitless energy and inspiration. That, in a nutshell, is an overview of the Archangel Haniel. If you'd like us to cover any more archangels, please let us know in the comment section below.